let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me, it seems that the facts have missed us. Who will be there to reach down to hug and kiss us? Frankly, the current state that we're in needs to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust. Avoid the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said and think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world. 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 The fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we're gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think less about the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be our fucking name. You gotta know just where you're coming from to get where you're going, so get on your search for knowledge, cause there's power in knowing. We need to pick up more books and read them cover to cover, and after you get the information, pass it to your brother, spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one man can make. It's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta balance it out. And if we all found that we change the world, no doubt. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. What's good, y'all? What's good, what's good, what's good? It's your big homie, bigbayday, man. Let's go, let's go. Hope y'all ready for it, man. Let's get it. Man, I hope y'all ready, man. I got a great episode lined up. Very serious topic though, man. As always, I don't want to let this message be unheard, and I'll pray that somebody hears this message and feels what I'm about to say, because Bill Gates done struck again, man. If you haven't heard on the news, Bill Gates done struck again. He done came out in the media. Let me quote it. Let me quote it so I'm not paraphrasing. The news clip, the headline says, Bill Gates says the world is facing two options: a major war or another pandemic in less than 30 years. Right? And first off, that is damn near a direct threat. See, a lot of people might not be able to understand it or perceive it, but that is a direct threat. Thank you, Oliver. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. That is a direct threat. For somebody to say the whole world has two options, just options. He's actually, if you think about it and you really look at it for what it is, he's playing God or he's playing the devil, one of the two. Just like your mama and your daddy used to say when you were little, I brought you in this world and I can take you out. See, these people think they're your God. They think that they own you. These people feel like they have control over your life. And the reason they feel like that is because we've given up all of our freedoms. We've given up our
inalienable rights to be humans. We've given up our rights to think for ourselves. We've given up our rights to cook for ourselves. We've given up the right. Hold on, big man. Hold up. I'm on live. Leave me alone. We're giving up the rights. If you want to play, play. Don't bother me. No, don't bother me. Hold on. Don't even bother me. Seriously, it's my time, and then we're gonna do kid shit for the rest of the day. Leave me alone. Yeah, bro, go ahead and play. Go ahead and play. These people feel like they own you. You've given up your rights to provide your own food for yourself. You've given up the rights to teach yourself. You've given up the rights to teach your children. You've given up your rights to have any freedom in your life. You're giving it all up by you participating in everything that's created for you. You're giving up all your rights and freedoms. Because let me say something to you, and I'm gonna play this news clip, article clip, what Bill Gates is saying, or it's what was said. Let me play the clip, man. Let me play this clip because I don't want to lose nobody in this transmission. So this is the headline right here. It says, let me see. This is in Fortune magazine. This is not no rinky-dink news site. It's actually from Fortune. One of the major political, financial, analytical news sites of America. Fortune magazine, or Fortune. All right, now it says on the Fortune website, it says Bill Gates says the world is facing two options: a major war or another pandemic in less than 30 years. And I'm not going to read it. I'm going to play the audio. There's audio. Let me play it.
Gates says the world is facing two options. Bill Gates says the world is facing two options: a major war or another pandemic in less than 30 years. There are some questions that keep even billionaire philanthropist and entrepreneur Bill Gates up at night. Will there be another pandemic? Are global tensions going to reach a boiling point, sparking a global war? What would push us to that precipice? While Gates, a father of three, is determinedly optimistic about the likes of AI and eradicating deadly diseases like polio, he remains concerned about either a widespread war or another pandemic. He cited a lot of unrest in the world at the moment, which could spark a major war. But even if that conflict is avoided, then yes, there will be another pandemic, most likely in the next 25 years, Gates told CNBC Make It. The Microsoft co-founder was unimpressed with the global response to the pandemic and said crucial lessons have been ignored. He was critical of America's response to the crisis, saying, "The country that the world expected to lead and be the model fell short of those expectations. Although some of the lessons from the coronavirus pandemic have been learned, it's been way less than I would expect, sadly," the 69-year-old added. Gates isn't alone in his disappointment. Many other global health advocates are also pushing the Western world for better responses to emerging outbreaks. Professor Paul Hunter is an expert in the epidemiology of emerging diseases based out of the University of East Anglia in Norwich, England. Speaking to Fortune last month about a deadly new strain of mpox, Professor Hunter said, "In the West, we only really get interested in a disease when it starts directly threatening us. The problem is that so many of these diseases could have been prevented from spreading if the countries on the ground had had the resources." This is a recurring theme, one which was apparent during COVID, he added. The West only gets concerned about controlling epidemics when we start seeing cases, and then it is almost always too late to eradicate the infection. Gates echoed that he hopes health bodies will begin thinking more long-term in the coming years, adding, "Getting our thoughts together about what we did. Well, what we didn't do well is still not happening. Perhaps, in the next 5 years, that'll get better. But, so far, it's quite surprising." This message is also being passed down from the top of the tree. The World Health Organization, WHO, earlier this year, who shared a warning about the spread of the influenza virus through cattle, birds, and humans, and urged nations to work together to be better prepared for a pandemic. "There is one certainty. There will be another flu pandemic in the future," said Nicola Lewis, director of the Worldwide Influenza Center. Lewis added, "My message to international communities is that we have to set aside our reticence. We have to set aside our parochial concerns and remember the impacts and the devastating consequences of a global pandemic from whatever disease agent it comes from. World War fears. Gates, who is worth $157 billion per the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, isn't the only influential name warning about a potential global conflict. JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon has previously said geopolitical tensions are the biggest threat facing the global economy, telling CNBC affiliate network CNBC TV 18 last September. We have dealt with inflation before, we dealt with deficits before, we have dealt with recessions before, and we haven't really seen something like this pretty much since World War II. He told the Indian news channel, I think America takes Russia's invasion of Ukraine very seriously. I'm not quite sure how the rest of the world does. You have a European democratic nation invaded under the threat of nuclear blackmail. I think it's been a good response, but it's going to affect all of our relationships until somehow the war is resolved.
All right. So I'm going to play that again and I'm going to break it down. There was so much to that. But I have to always let people speak in their entirety. And I believe that was AI reading that news article. But I had to let that message come out in its entirety before I break it down. Now, I'm going to replay it and I'm going to stop it and break it down because so much was said. If you don't know how to listen, if you don't know how to hear things properly, you miss so much in there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all comment down below and tell me what y'all heard just now because, boy, I just heard it all. But we're finna break it down. Let's go.
Bill Gates says the world is facing two options, a major war or another pandemic in less than 30 years.
For one, pause it. He said we're facing two options. You got two options. Bill Gates gave us two options. How is it only war and a virus? How is it only war and a virus are only two options? What about peace being a fucking option? What about harmony being an option? What about unity and balance on this planet being an option? See, this is the devil himself speaking. Because if God was speaking, he would have said, if we don't do this, this is the option. If we don't do this or stop this, then this is a potential option. You can't concrete say, unless you're the one who's implementing this shit, that these are the only two options we have. You cannot say for a fact, unless you're the one creating or implementing this shit, that these are the only two options that we for a fact have. Point proven. Keep breaking this shit down.
There are some questions that keep even billionaire philanthropist and entrepreneur Bill Gates up at night. Will there be another pandemic? Are global tensions going to reach a boiling point, sparking a global war? What would push us to that precipice? Well, Gates.
So he's up all night fantasizing and pondering and wondering what will it take to push us off the edge. He's up all night wandering and pondering and figuring out what it would take for a pandemic to affect us. He's wondering what will it take to make conflicts rise up to the point where people start conflicting with each other. Because like I told y'all before, hey Sky, don't come, put all those sticks back and get off the camera, bro. Put all those tree limbs back. Those are dead tree limbs. Put them back and stay off the camera, bro. See, I forgot what I was gonna say. Let's go. Let me keep breaking it down.
A father of three is determinedly optimistic about the likes of AI and eradicating deadly diseases like polio. He remains concerned about either a widespread war or another pandemic. He cited a lot of unrest in the world at the moment, which could spark a major war. But even if that conflict is avoided, then yes, there will be another pandemic, most likely in the next 25 years.
So did y'all hear what the fuck he just said? He said, if we dodge the war that's potential to brew up, if we dodge that, put those back like I said, bro. Like I said, put those dead tree limbs back, bro. There's not for you to play with. Damn. He said, if we do have harmony amongst each other, if we figure a way to come to peace, if we figure a way to come to terms with each other and learn how to balance ourselves and not go to war with each other, then the only other option is a pandemic. This sounds like the devil. This does not sound like God. This does not sound like a fair or decent man. This does not sound like a man who's seeking for the world to have change. This is not a man who seeks any positive solution for the people on this planet, but he supposedly is one of the philanthropists and all this dumb shit that they use, because all a philanthropist is somebody who has a whole lot of money, right? And they take their money and they go around the world and they do like it's almost like somebody who dictates the pace of people's lives, and they'll put money, they'll use their money to act like they're doing good for the world, but at the same time as they're supposedly allegedly doing something good, they always are siphoning or extracting or using the people some type of way in the background. So it's never a philanthropist is only a person who tries to manipulate and most times usually dominate a nation of people just because they have the money to do so. So look out for anybody who says they're a philanthropist. That's some bullshit. All right, let's keep breaking it down.
Years. Gates told CNBC Make It. The Microsoft co-founder was unimpressed with the global response to the pandemic and said crucial lessons have been ignored. He was critical of America's response to the crisis, saying, "The country that the world expected to lead and be the model fell short of those expectations."
So he's disappointed in us because we didn't, not enough. He's disappointed in us as citizens, as politicians, as government. He's disappointed in us because not enough of us took his pills and potions. He's disappointed in us because not enough of us accepted his pills, potions, and his punishment. We don't want your pills and potions, sir. God gave us great antibodies. God gave us great immune systems. God gave us the proper bodies. If you're healthy enough, if you live decent and healthy enough, your body will have all the things it needs to fight off any ailment. But let me explain something to you. The ailments we're fighting right now at this given moment are not God creating, natural born, natural evolving ailments. The ailments that we're fighting through right now as a people, as a nation, these ailments are new, they're hidden, they're secretive, and they're created and crafted specially to bypass your immune system and go straight to the motherfucking source of your life. These new ailments that we're having to deal with are making people drop like flies left and right every fucking day. And the crazy part about it is, while we're dropping dead left and right from all these issues, pulmonary embolisms and all these things, deep DVTs, deep vein thrombosis, and all these things that we're just dropping dead from right now, all these things, nobody's speaking about it. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's correlating it together. But the people who do, they soon vanish. They soon vanish. And the reason why is because these, hey, chill, these bastards who create these pills and potions and create these ailments for us to deal with, who generate these ailments that for us to deal with, they're at the same time creating the solutions for their ailments. So I could show you, there was a patent on the COVID-19. Hey, chill with the noise, bro. There was a patent on the COVID-19, And then right after the patent came for the virus, there was a patent submitted to the government for the vaccine. So in the same breath, in the same right after, soon after the actual ailment was patented. And how could you patent an ailment? How the fuck can you patent an ailment? Do y'all not understand? When you make a brand new product, when you create a brand new product in America, in the world, you have to get it patented, you have to get it copywritten, you have to get it approved, and you have to get it you have to submit it to get it approved. So how is it, and where legally does a patent for an ailment come in? How is an ailment patented? Patent number so-and-so, 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 dash so-and-so. So are you packaging this ailment up for sale? Is this ailment a product created for the mass use? Make it make fucking sense. I'm not gonna keep talking because the more I talk, I might talk myself right into. And guess what? Big Baddy loves himself, would never harm nobody nor himself, and would never commit suicide. Big Baddy loves himself, and everything I do is for the betterment of my people and my future and the future of this planet. I would never speak any hate speech, harm speech, nor confusing speech to my people. I only speak to uplift, enlighten, and inspire, and entertain if you get some entertainment out of it. I love myself. I never had mental illness. I've been to therapies before. I've been to psychiatrists and therapists before, and who've all gave me clean bills of health. I have no mental problems, no mental illnesses. Clean bill of health by psychiatrists. So I'm not crazy. I'm not suicidal. I'm not homicidal, and I'm not anti-nothing. I am pro-American, pro-human, and pro-life. Simple as that. I'm Big Bayday, man. Y'all better leave me alone. My younger brother died November, oh my God, November 22nd. Since then, 22 people have passed. Street now called Widow's Drive. As you say, people are dying left and right. It's the fucking truth, man. Y'all think I'm just talking? I'm battling for my life as well as all of us are. The only reason why my battle's a little bit decent is because I had a healthy body my whole life. These new ailments are pushing people off the ledge. If you have any form of unhealthy or any form of pre-existing whatever, these ailments can push you off the ledge. If you're weak, you will not survive. And I'm not calling nobody who didn't survive weak. I'm just saying what this is for. This ain't no fucking game show. This ain't no fucking game show. I'm sick and tired of people playing with life like it's a game. This is the best opportunity you're ever gonna get, and it's the only opportunity you're ever gonna get. So if you don't do something with this opportunity, you have failed God.
Although some of the lessons from the coronavirus pandemic have been learned, it's been way less than I would expect, sadly, the 69-year-old added. Gates isn't alone in his disappointment. Many other global health advocates are also pushing the Western world for better responses to emerging outbreaks. Professor Paul Hunter is an expert in the epidemiology of emerging.
Bill Gates ain't the only globalist who's disappointed. There's many globalists. Did you hear what he said? There's many globalists. These are the people who feel like they run the world. They're disappointed in our reaction because they say, you shouldn't react to this stuff. Y'all should go ahead and pre-medicate your citizens. You should your citizens. Pre-V. Give it to them before this shit happens. So they'll be ready when this happens. Because it is going to happen. These are your only two options. You either go to war or you suffer the new ailment. This is what the globalists are saying. And y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. You ain't gonna support me. You ain't gonna hit the Cash App. Hit the like button. That's free. If you ain't gonna hit the Cash App, hit the share button. That's free. I put my life on the line for this shit. Hit the like button. It's free. Hit the share button. It's free. What y'all scared? Thank you for hitting the like button. What are you scared of? You're not the one saying this shit. I'm the one. You're not the one breaking down the facts. I'm the one. Don't be scared to support. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the Cash App. $ Big Bad. Y'all know what time it is with me. I'm one of the last ones. When people like me go, there is no more of this shit. When people like me go, there is no more of this shit. Understand that. The truth dies with certain people. Unless we keep passing it on. That's why I'm passing it on. So hopefully one of y'all can get this torch and pass it on to y'all people. I'm passing light torches on to people, and I'm not Lucifer. I'm passing the light on. Let's go.
Emerging diseases based out of the University of East Anglia in Norwich, England. Speaking to Fortune last month about a deadly new strain of mpox, Professor Hunter said, "In the West, we only really get interested in a disease when it starts directly threatening us. The problem is that so many of these diseases could have been prevented from spreading if the countries on the ground had had the resources." This is a recurring theme.
Look, did you hear what he said? These motherfuckers are saying Americans don't care until it's on them. They're saying Americans don't care until it's on them. And we don't. Man, Americans is at war. Go to the black neighborhood right now. It's wars going on. Black neighborhoods are at war with each other. Man, I seen a mother. I heard a mother in Chicago. She talked about her son when he got murdered in Chicago. She said they shot him up so bad when she came to the crime scene to identify his body. She said he was riddled so bad with bullets. When she grabbed his touched his chest, her hand fell into his chest. He was riddled with bullets so much, her hand sunk into his body. When she went to touch his chest, her hand fell in. Imagine that. Imagine how much PTSD that mother's going to have from going to identify her son. First off, he's laying on the ground, spread out, sprawled out, riddled with bullets. And then she goes to touch him. She's probably crying and want to, feel her baby. And her hand fucking went into his body cavity because the bullets had destroyed his chest to where he had no form, and it just went straight in. And his mother said the people who killed him, they said it was an overkill. They said they overkilled him. You got your shoes? Put your shoes and socks on, bro. And you can come outside. Put your shoes and socks on. About to go. It's birthday time, man. My son's birthday is on Sunday, so I'm off today. We're gonna go celebrate a little bit today. I ain't got that much bread, but we're gonna celebrate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then on birthday, we're gonna turn up. But yeah, man. I'm not, man. Let's keep breaking it down, man.
Apparent during COVID, he added. The West only gets concerned about controlling epidemics when we start seeing cases, and then it is almost always too late to eradicate the infection. Gates echoed that he hopes health bodies will begin thinking more long-term in the coming years, adding, "Getting our thoughts together about what we did. Well, what we didn't do well is still not happening. Perhaps, in the next 5 years, that'll get better. But, so far, it's quite surprising." This message is also being passed.
I'm almost done. Hold on. He said what we did, we failed, but they wanted to get better. He said maybe in 5 years it'll get better. What I tell y'all? 2020 what? Project 2030, Agenda 2030. Look it up. That's about 6 years from now, roughly. Close that screen, bro. Close the screen, bro. Please. That's about 6 years from now. Within 5 years. So are they going to pull another rabbit out the hat in 5 years? Did he give us the blueprint deadline? Or has the rabbit already been pulled out the hat? And then they're going to see what the remaining people do within 5 years. Thank you, I appreciate you, bro. Look, is the rabbit being pulled out that did he give you your timeline and tell you they're gonna pull a rabbit out the hat in 5 years? Is that what he just did? And the people who are left from the rabbit, that's because I believe it's already in everybody. I believe the rabbit's been in the magic trick's been used, done. And I feel like everybody is not going to survive. And then the ones who do survive are going to be so scared because they don't witness everybody perish around them. They're going to just take whatever the fuck they're given. That's what's going to happen. That's what's happening. But people don't see it yet because nobody's thinking as a collective. Everybody's still so isolated and divided. So nobody sees he passed out, he passed, she passed, he passed. Nobody's seeing this shit. Nobody understands the agenda is to get the world's population down to 1/10 of the population by 2030. How could y'all forget this shit? How could you forget this shit? You know why? You know how you forgot? Because the Georgia Guidestones, which the plan was written on, were blew up. They blew them up with a missile. They sent a missile. Who has the authority to launch missiles in this country? Listen to me. Who has the authority to launch missiles in this country? Ain't no motherfucking civilian gonna blow up the stone that says reduce the world's population down to 1/10 by 2030. We ain't worried about no stones. Niggas is trying to pay their motherfucking bills and keep food on their table. Bro, what are y'all talking about? What are people talking about? But see, people are so lost in the sauce, they don't understand this shit. And they put all the pressure on people like me's back because, you know, see, even like the vice president of America right now, Kamala Harris. I just showed y'all last night that Donald Trump wasn't lying about the dog eating. He wasn't lying about the geese eating. He wasn't lying about the cat eating. Well, I don't know about the dog, but I seen the cat and I seen geese and multiple account witnesses saying that they're eating cats and geese down there in Ohio. But we have a vice president who's a sitting vice president, an active motherfucking head running this country, second in command, who doesn't even know this shit is going on and can't even believe it's going on. And I'll give her the benefit of the doubt to say that, because if she does know this is going on, that means we have a bold-faced, evil liar in office right now. Because if she doesn't know that this is going on, then she just is an ignorant vice president. That's fine. I'll be fine with ignorance of you not knowing, but I will not be fine. I would not, facts. I would not be fine with her. I would not be fine with her knowing and telling us that these are lies. That means she's a bold-faced, double-tongued snake. And y'all have to understand something. I don't care what a snake looks like. See, the only snakes that ever came in my life and bit me were beautiful women snakes. I never had, you got socks on? Good job. I never had male snakes get me because I don't get too close to males. What's up, brother?
Can we go to Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
You want to go to Cracker Barrel?
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can.
But we wanna get some. We wanna pick out stuff that we want.
Where? From Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about going to get some snacks or candy and stuff?
Yeah.
We can go to the little Cracker Barrel store.
Can I have one thing?
One thing? Yeah, you can get one thing. For sure.
I don't know if that puppy thing has a lot of dollars.
I don't know. I'll be able to get you something out of there. No problem.
Okay.
It's your birthday weekend, bro. What you thought? I got your gifts coming in the mail, the ones I ordered. So, and then we're going to go buy some stuff. But when I'm done off this live, we're about to go to a special surprise, okay?
Okay. But what is it?
What you been asking to go to all week? Not the park.
Cracker.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you. It's a surprise.
Okay.
All right. All right. So go ahead and play a little bit. Run around. Get your exercise.
I think I know what it is.
What?
The beach.
No, we ain't going to the beach right now.
Chinese place.
Mm.
Chinese place.
It's a Chinese place there. The mall.
Mall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have been asking about the mall. I got to get you something out of there. Okay. So go ahead and play. I'm about to be done. I'm about to be done in just a few minutes. Hey. All right, but yeah, y'all. It's real in the field. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, we'll do it again later on or something. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow. But it's your big homie. Thank y'all so much, man.